Alright, grade 2s. So today we're going to be doing a comprehension. Okay, but before we start the comprehension, we're going to be focusing on a couple small things. Okay, so we're going to be looking at your English parts of speech. And in your English parts of speech, we're going to be focusing on your nouns, which are divided into two groups. Does anyone know what groups those are divided into? Yes, common nouns and proper nouns. And from there, we're going to discuss some adjectives, which is a bit of a new word for you, some verbs, and two new big words, but I don't want you guys to stress about that. Alliteration, okay, and onomatopoeia. So, with nouns, you get common nouns and you get proper nouns. Common nouns, does anyone know what a common noun is? Okay, yes, so a common noun is an everyday object that you can see, that you can touch. So, can anyone give me some examples? Okay, so we have a table, a chair, maybe a pencil case, a board, like a whiteboard, some whiteboard markers. Those are perfect examples in the classroom of what a common noun is. Okay, if I look at common nouns in animals, we get dogs, we get cats, horses, cows, chickens, ostriches. Common nouns. If I say, look at my bedroom, I have a bed, I have a desk in my bedroom, I have a lamp, I have a chair with a cushion. All common nouns. A proper noun. Now, a proper noun always gets a capital letter. I never, ever have a proper noun with a lowercase letter. So a proper noun is a name of a place, a building, a year, a month, something like that. So if I say Miss Hollywood, proper noun for Miss and Hollywood, because that's my name, that's who I am. If I say Aston, that's a name. He gets a capital letter. If I say August, that's a month, capital letter. Or if I say I live in Belito, Belito gets a capital letter because it's a place. Or what about Umhlali Prep, your school? It's a place, it's a building, capital letter, it's a proper noun. Next, adjectives. Okay, adjectives are something, they're a word that describes a noun, a common noun. Now, an adjective and a noun, best friends, okay? So if you have your noun right, let me put that down. If you have your noun right here, your adjective goes right here. Your adjective is always in front of your common noun. So if I were to use an example from earlier, if I say the chair in the classroom, now look at your chairs, okay? Can anyone tell me what kind of chair it is? Can anyone try? Okay, yes, good. A wooden chair. A wooden chair with metal legs. That's a fantastic example. Or if we look at the shelves in the classroom, we have a red shelf, a blue shelf, and a yellow shelf. Can anyone tell me, or try at least, what they think the adjectives are in those sentences? And it would be red, blue, and yellow. Okay, and then from those adjectives, then you would move on to saying them in sentences. So if I were to say the red shelf is in the old classroom and it is carrying the orange books, all of those colors are examples of adjectives. Now to move on to verbs. Verbs are action words, they're doing words, so they're things that you can do with your body. So if I say jump or swim or swing or grab, throw, catch, anything like that, those are all examples of verbs. So now can we all stand up and we can try some? So you can go jump, you can catch, you can throw something like that, any examples like that. Good, well done. Then if we go, alliteration. Now alliteration is a big word. And I know it sounds scary, but it's not, trust me. So alliteration is the repetition of a letter, of a certain letter. So if I say Charlie the clucking chicken, does anyone know, or does anyone think they know what the alliteration or the alliterated letter could be in that sentence? Yes, very good. It's C, curly cup. Charlie, C, the clucking, C, and chicken, C. Can anyone give me a different example with B? Yes, very good. Bailey the buzzing bee. Awesome. Does everyone understand alliteration? Can we maybe repeat the definition of alliteration quickly? Good. Alliteration is the repetition of a letter. Good. Also, with alliteration, grade 2s, it has to be repeated more than twice, more than 2 times. Okay, now with onomatopoeia, can everyone say that? Onomatopoeia. Big word, massive word. It even scares me a little bit. So with onomatopoeia, they are sound words. They are sound words. And what I mean by sound words is if you go creak, or a chair goes squeak, or a mouse goes squeak, or I go bang, or something like that, or boom, like that, those are sound words. Right, can anyone give me some examples? What about what a dog makes? Woof. Or what a cat makes? What sound a cat makes? Meow. Very good. Okay, now, grade 2s, we're going to read over our comprehension. Okay, now can anyone tell me what kind of things are we going to be looking for in our comprehension? Well, what are we going to have our eyes looking out for? Our common nouns, our proper nouns, our verbs, adjectives, alliteration, and onomatopoeia. I also want to throw in grade 2s. If we could please look out for some rhyming words in the comprehension. So, if I say cat, what rhymes with cat? Give me 4 examples. Yes, good. Bat, mat, rat, sat. Good job. Hat, even, well done. So, I'm going to read this comprehension twice, and then I'm going to do the questions with you guys, and then we're going to read it one more time. And remember, look out for those things. All right. Travis the traveling teddy bear. There are many ways to travel, Travis thought, like in a rumbling rocket, a bouncing bus, a jazzy jet, or a clanging car. Travis thought traveling was terrific. He was jumping and jiggling with joy as he waited in the line. His bag had a tag, and his passport was in his pocket. He was ready to fly high into the sky. Travis was on his way to explore Ecuador, see the elephants, and eat enchiladas. The plane had powerful propellers that made a loud swooshing sound when they spun. The aeroplane groaned and grunted as it started to move. The seats creaked and the brakes screeched. The bustling and rustling bags went thump under the aeroplane. Travis closed his eyes for takeoff. 3, 2, 1, vroom! He blinked and he winked, and the shining stars twinkled. Okay, did everyone find some of our parts of speech in there? Yes? Okay, let us read it one more time and then do the questions. Travis the traveling teddy bear. There are many ways to travel, Travis thought, like in a rumbling rocket, a bouncing bus, a jazzy jet, or a clanging car. Travis thought traveling was terrific. He was jumping and jiggling with joy as he waited in the line. His bag had a tag, and his passport was in his pocket. He was ready to fly high into the sky. Travis was on his way to explore Ecuador, see the elephants, and eat enchiladas. The plane had powerful propellers that made a loud swooshing sound when they spun. The aeroplane groaned and grunted as it started to move. The seats creaked and the brakes screeched. The bustling and rustling bags went thump under the aeroplane. Travis closed his eyes for takeoff. 3, 2, 1, vroom! He blinked and he winked, and the shining stars twinkled. Okay, for the questions, I want you guys to nod your head, maybe put up your hand if you know the answer. But we are not going to shout out, okay? We're going to go through it together. Number 1, write down 4 ways Travis can travel. Number 2, where was Travis going and what was he going to do when he got there? Number 3, write down 1 proper noun. Number 4, list 6 verbs. Number 5, write down the rhyming word for Ecuador. Number 6, find the alliteration for these words: rumbling, jazzy, and powerful. Number 7, find and write down 4 sound words. Okay? Number 8, write down 8 common nouns. Number 9, what are the rhyming words for these words: blinked, bag, and bustling. And lastly, number 10, choose any sound word and write a sentence using that sound. Right, does everyone know what to do? Remember, grade 2s, all your answers for your comprehension are in the passage above the questions. Okay, Off you go.